Sawadee Krap, I'm JP Mestanza. It's Friday, March 12th. Welcome to Phuket Extra, brought to you by PVCPhuket.com. In 1 week, the tourism ministry says they will present a proposal for a new pilot project called the Sandbox model, meant to welcome foreign tourists, and Phuket will be the first to participate. During a meeting of leading tourism representatives from Phuket, Phang Nga, and Krabi provinces in Cheng Talay this week, the tourism minister Pipa Ratchakiprakan explained that the Sandbox model is similar to travel bubbles, which allow people from two countries to travel to each other, and it could start with China. The plan, which is lacking specific details at the moment, will be presented next week, and they expect the pilot project in Phuket could start as early as July. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. The Thai parliament is scrambling to find out what to do now that the Constitutional Court yesterday ruled that there should have been a referendum to ask the Thai people on whether they wanted a new constitution in the first place. Essentially, the court ruled that the constituent power belongs to the people, and 2 referendums will be needed for this. The majority of the court's judges ruled yesterday that Parliament has the power to draw up a new constitution, but the Thai population hold the power to establish the constitution, and they must first decide in a referendum whether they want a new charter. If the people decide they do indeed want a new charter, then a new one should be created and another referendum must be held for the people to endorse it. Right now, Parliament, both the House and the military-appointed Senate, are going through a process of rewriting parts of the 2017 Constitution, and a third reading of the bill that would allow them to do this, that was scheduled for next week, but now that's all up in the air. Opponents of the current Constitution say that the military-appointed Senate is one of the biggest obstacles for change, because a simple majority of votes does not mean any bill is passed, because the Constitution states that majority votes have to include at least a third of the 250 senators, as well as 20% of the votes of parties whose MPs are not cabinet members, the House Speaker or his deputy. Parliament President Chuan Lik Pai says there were different interpretations of the court's ruling, so he would have to wait for further details from the court, according to the Bangkok Post. Cabinet ministers abruptly postponed their COVID-19 inoculations planned for today, this morning, after several European countries suspended use of the AstraZeneca vaccine on reports of adverse reactions in some patients. The Prime Minister and other cabinet ministers were scheduled to be vaccinated at the Public Health Ministry in Nonthaburi Province this morning, with some expected to take the AstraZeneca vaccine, and some of the other people were supposed to take the Sinovac biotech vaccine, but all inoculations for them were suspended. During a press conference at the ministry today, it was announced that AstraZeneca had sent 1 million doses of its vaccine to 17 countries in the European Union. And after inoculations began in Denmark, 1 recipient died and many others developed blood clots, prompting the Danish government to suspend their vaccine rollout for 2 weeks pending an investigation. In the wake of that news, Iceland, Ireland, Norway, Austria, Lithuania, Luxembourg, Estonia, and Latvia all did the same and suspended their inoculations. Now, the European Medicines Agency, who previously confirmed the safety of the AstraZeneca vaccine, they're investigating. The Dean of the Faculty of Medicine, Siriraj Hospital of Mahidol University, he said that the batch Thailand received from AstraZeneca is not part of that controversial batch which was made in Europe. The batch in Thailand was made in Asia. In addition, the head of the Center of Excellence in Clinical Virology at Chulalongkorn University said, quote, "We believe that genetic factors are involved in the illness, which occurs in normal life. 3 million doses of the vaccine from this lot were injected. 22 of the recipients developed blood clots and 1 of them died. This is an incidence of 7 in 1 million people. With this postponement, we are not saying that the vaccine is problematic. This postponement is to wait for verification whether there is any implication with the vaccine or that batch of the vaccine." For more, visit the link in the description. Phuket Extra will be right back after this. Welcome back to Phuket Extra. Rescue workers from the Kusodam Foundation branch in Patong removed a reticulated python some 4 meters long, weighing an estimated 20 kilos from the grounds of a resort in Karon last night. The rescue team were called to the Novotel Phuket Karon Beach Resort and Spa near the Karon Circle at about 11 p.m., according to rescue worker Vinny Model, who said, quote, "It was a big old boy. It took all my strength to lift it." With some help from fellow rescue workers, Vinny soon had the python safely in hand, and the team removed it from the resort to release it back in the national park as soon as possible. Vinny also related to the Phuket News his clear opinion on the announcement by the director of the Khao Prateo Natural and Wildlife Education Center in Talang last month that all snakes caught in homes in Phuket are going to be taken off the island. Vinny Model said, quote, "The king cobra eats all the other snakes, monocled cobras and other snakes that do all the biting." He added, "They do not attack people because they are just not interested in you. They know they can't eat you, so they don't even want to waste the venom. Removing king cobras from the wild allows the smaller problem snakes to get bigger, to grow until they become a problem." Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. After a dog chased and bit a 15-year-old girl as she was walking to school on Tuesday morning, officials in Phuket town say the canine must remain caged to prevent further attacks. On Tuesday morning, a 15-year-old girl was walking to Satri Phuket School, and whilst near the Klong Bang Yai, just meters from another nearby school, a dog of Bankeo breed suddenly ran from a house, chased her, and bit her left leg. The mother filed a police complaint later that day seeking 100,000 baht as compensation, but the dog owner, a woman who goes by Miss May, she is now contesting the amount in court. She says she saw the girl and told her not to look at the dogs, but the chain holding back the canine broke and he bit her leg. The Phuket Town Palat, or Chief Administrative Officer, he visited the dog owner's house, giving them a cage for the canine, clarifying that the Bankeo breed of dogs are classified as, quote, special control dogs, hence the cage, while her other dog will get a muzzle until another cage is provided. In addition, Phuket City Municipality is now going to provide officers to stand by around the schools during morning and afternoon rush hours to prevent a similar incident. For more, visit thephuketnews.com. Thailand officials confirmed 89 new COVID cases today, raising the total to 26,679 for the nation. The death toll is still 85. 97% of total patients have recovered. Thank you so much for joining us on Phuket Extra today, brought to you by pvcphuket.com. Join us again on Monday. We'll have all the news for you that you missed over the weekend. Until then, stay classy, Phuket.
คุณมองเห็นอะไรไหมครับถ้ามองไม่เห็นเดี๋ยวเราจะย้อนภาพให้ดูทีละมุมถ้ามองจากรถที่อยู่ด้านหน้าคุณจะเห็นชายขี่มอเตอร์ไซค์ตามมาด้วยความเร็วปกติถ้ามองจากคนที่นั่งอยู่ข้างทางคุณจะเห็นชายขี่มอเตอร์ไซค์ผ่านไปด้วยความเร็วปกติแต่ถ้ามองจากคนที่ขับรถตามหลังมอเตอร์ไซค์คันนี้มันติดไม่มีไฟท้ายก็เหมือนไม่มีคุณอยู่บนถนนตรวจสอบไฟท้ายให้ใช้งานได้อยู่เสมอ